Hey, we're back here on Gadgetplex. I'm Andy McCaskey from RV Newsnet and RVNN TV, joined by Philip May from Techno RV. You know, both of us were at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas earlier this year. By coincidence, both of us did an interview with a product that I'd say impressed both of us. Let's take a look at Click-Free.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This Click-Free wireless product is based on our award-winning C2 product lineup that we introduced in 2008. So as you can see, it's very much the same as an integrated USB cable. It has a little LED light to tell you that it's working. You would plug it in and backup will begin. So what I'm going to show you first, Andrew, is you pull out the USB cable, you simply plug it in, and hands off. And it's going to do everything itself. There's going to be no resetting, there's going to be no more setups, and there's going to be no effort involved for the consumer to scare them away. So as you're going to see the windows pop up. Still haven't touched anything. Using our Click-Free patented auto run technology, it's starting by itself. There's multiple things you can do. You can wait until the backup begins automatically, or you can just go straight to the start setting. Very unassuming, very unintimidating backup screen. Very simple. It shows you what it wants to do. It's going to begin in 18 seconds. You have the option of pausing if you felt that you wanted to wait a little bit longer, or you can go straight to the start, which I'm just going to wait for it to start in 9 seconds. There is a do more option, which allows you to do a bunch of different other features that I'll take you through in a moment, but begins now. What it does, it searches for all your files, all of your documents, your photos, your music, your TurboTax documents, your Quicken documents, everything on your computer, no matter where it is. It's backing it all up. It tells you exactly what it's found, and it tells you exactly that it's backed up and protected. In the backup section, it gives you two really clear images. One check mark to tell you that your files are safe. It tells you exactly how many files are backed up. You can actually click to see which files are backed up, and it also defaults to a backup every 5 minutes so that your files are constantly going to be protected and safe. Now the real magic here that a lot of our competition doesn't do is that we extract all of the wireless settings from your computer and put them right into our device so that when I plug this out, this device will be able to automatically configure itself to any wireless network, even if it's an encrypted network or an open network, and it will then back everything up on a regular schedule that's been set. So as soon as I plug this out.
So Phil, I'm hearing from a home user's perspective, I'm hearing wireless backup, I'm hearing automated backup, a lot of really good attractive features. But you know, from your perspective as a full-time RVer, you might have a little bit different point of view.
Yeah, well, from an RV, it's a very challenging environment. We're bouncing down along the road, a lot of vibration, so on. So, if anything, there's more risk of something going wrong. So it's even more important for RVers to back up. That's a lot of things that I say in my seminar. Now, as we heard, the greatest thing about the Click-Free is so easy to use. I mean, it really is just Click-Free. And we were selling in previous years a drive that was just a sort of a generic drive. Loved it. But next year they came back and said, they just couldn't. It was too complicated. Do you back up your programs? What about your operating system? And then, how do you go about doing it? So what we like with the Click-Free is, I think we were seeing on the video there, is you just connect it up and it goes with stuff. It searches your computer for all of the things that should be backed up. You don't have to tell it where they are or what they are. It knows. It'll go ahead and it'll. It's just a wonderful thing, and we get some great feedback from our RVers once they've gone and done that.
Mm-hmm. But as you said, that in previous years you had handled traditional backup products. As you would come back 6 months later, you'd see these customers again. You kind of ask them, "How's it working?" And what kind of answer did you get?
Yeah, well, in fact, this was one of the ones that we used to sell. Just a generic drive, and probably at least more than half of them would have said, we can't use it, we haven't used it, and that's a real shame. So now the feedback we get when people have used Click-Free is it's in fact, one of the quotes was, "This is one of the few products that actually lives up to the hype," which is it doesn't get much better recommendation than that.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely true. Now, but you recommend, we were talking earlier, you actually recommend the wired unit, but the wireless unit you're more skeptical about. Why do you say that?
Yeah, right. I mean, the wireless unit I think is a good idea. I mean, you can have that sitting there on your network, and the machines will your local Wi-Fi network from your router to back up onto it. One of the challenges in an RV environment is not everybody has not only a local router to connect the local network, but a lot of the times the bandwidth isn't enough, and so what I found is when I was doing it that it just took too long to be able to do the backup, and so that's really why we'd like to just keep it simple and say to people, this device can back up multiple machines, plug it in to each one as you need to do it. I think in a home environment where you've got a fast router and fast connections, then the wireless one is excellent.
Yeah, well, and routers, consumer routers are so inexpensive. It's often tempting to use one of the really inexpensive ones, and not recognizing that when you get to that $200 price point, you're going to have very different performance that you do at the $45 price point. Well, there's all kind of technology that we saw at the Consumer Electronics Show, but there's some fun stuff that RVers would be interested in. And Courtney, if you could go ahead and run the gaming thing here. Phil, what is this?
It's funny. Not all high technology needs to be high tech. This was just some unusual gaming chairs, inflatable. So for people who've got small storage space and they're into gaming, then that might be something that would not only be fun but might be useful too.
Okay. Well, we're going to be back with some more exciting products from the Consumer Electronics Show. So stay tuned to Gadgetplex.
For more TV like this from the world of RVs, head to rvnn.tv.